All right, you queens and kings. If you enjoy musicals, Six, the Musical Live is hitting theaters. It's a stage recording of the hit musical. So does it rule? The Six Wives of Henry VIII, reimagined as pop stars who reclaim their narratives from their infamous husband's shadow in a sing-off competition. Just like with the cinema version of Hamilton, Six is getting the same treatment where a live show was recorded so we can get up close and personal with the performers as they tell their tales. Now for this, it's an all-women production. The cast and the live band are all women, and they can rock. Now the basic premise is to give a bit of a history surrounding the many wives of Henry VIII and their fates at his hand, meaning we get stories from those that were divorced, beheaded, and died, as well as divorced, beheaded, survived. And to frame all of these accounts, the wives take part in this competition to tell the saddest story of their encounter with the infamous king. Now, if you've never seen this stage production of this, that brief overview, it probably makes the whole thing sound like a downer. And 95 minutes of angry man-hating, too. But that's not what this is at all. There's social commentary interwoven with the infectious lyrics and music, each wife delivering a different flair to their songs. Now, some are more bubblegum pop influenced, while others delve more into the sultry R&B. But regardless of the genre they venture into, each performance is captivating and full of energy. And that's something this filming captures really well, the emotion and the vibe that can only come from a live audience. And even though we're watching this as a film, we get to hear, sometimes even see a bit of the audience, creating the sense that we're also in the auditorium, as these talented ladies are just belting out their tunes. And after seeing the stage musical in person, I went out and checked some of the soundtracks online. There are both live and studio recordings that are available. While both of them sound spectacular, the studio version just lacks any sort of oomph, mainly because there isn't a crowd that's feeding into the performances. Thankfully, just like with that performance soundtrack recording though, this movie, it doesn't strip away all of the energy and emotion in favor of just getting us up close to see the performers. Thanks to some creative camera work, we're also not relegated to the back of the theater to watch tiny dots of people vaguely dancing around on a stage. We've got better than front row seats, along with the lively spirit of the room. And another benefit of seeing the cast so up close is that we can catch all of their snarky facial expressions and body movements that otherwise just might go unnoticed. And there's a lot of comedy included within the songs, but also in their actions. I mean, sometimes it's just an eye roll, but other times it's a gesture that would probably get you kicked out of church, or at least slapped by a nun. And I already mentioned this briefly, but for anybody that shies away from stage productions or even musicals because of their length, this is 95 minutes. It's like watching a rom-com. The presentation stays right in that sweet spot that doesn't drag or feel as though we've been cheated out of story content. The entire production, it's engaging, self-aware, irreverent, snarky, surprisingly informative, and then full of wit and social commentary, along with featuring memorable songs and wonderful harmonies. It's an easy watch, and just thanks to the ability to see this on the large screen at the cinema, you're going to feel like you're the guest of honor seated right on the stage to take it all in. There's no sex or nudity, some brief profanity, and no violence other than really just the retelling of some of the violent ways that the wives met their end. I give Six, the musical live, 4.5 out of 5 couches. The energy's on point, and it's just an hour and a half of fun. Okay, so are you a fan of musical theater? What's one of your favorites that you've attended? I mean, way back in the day, we saw Les Miserables, and it starred Colm Wilkinson, who was the original Jean Valjean in both London and Broadway. That was awesome. Let me know a favorite of yours, though, in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a like. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe. I'm Chris. This is Movies and Munchies. Thanks for couching with me.